Veteran meeting with the wide receivers today?
Yeah.
Yeah?
What about it?
They responded very well today.
Yeah. We emphasize some things, and it's a lot of the same things that we've been saying in our meetings. But when you hear from the guy that's throwing the ball, it comes out a little bit different. So yeah, it was great to see them respond and make some plays today.
What does number 12 require? It says we all got to be on the same page. It's not about fundamentals and technique. It's about playing football, playing that defensive back that's covering you, playing the defense.
Yeah, it's a lot bigger than just your one-on-one matchup. It's understanding the full picture, understanding what we're trying to accomplish on any given play, and being very detailed and understanding with the coverage that you're trying to beat. And timing. Timing is a huge part of our offense and what we do. And knowing where you're at in the progression, whether you're first read or the last read, and getting open at the right time.
These young receivers are saying how you veterans, have been very helpful in getting these guys over the hump. Why do you guys get so involved?
What do you mean? There's only one goal. There's only one goal, and that's to bring a championship back here. And we're going to need those guys. They're going to be they're going to play a huge role in what we're trying to accomplish this season, and we have to make sure that they're up to speed. And I think at this point, the comments that he made yesterday was just about the urgency. There has to be an urgency in what you're doing and getting up to speed to get to where we're trying to go.
Laurie was saying that you and Alan were part of that too, as far as chiming in. I guess what was your message?
It's basically just going off of what Aaron said, just continuing that communication. And like I said, a lot of the things is things that we've talked about in the receiver room. But it's like a parent. You hear one thing from your parent, but you hear one thing from your friend. You might do what your friend tells you. I've been saying the same thing that he said in the meeting today. So it's just making sure they understand the opportunity that they have and not letting it squander away. Making sure that they're focused on the little details in everything that we do and seeing the full picture. It's not always about your route and what you have. It's how you fit into the play concept and being in the right place at the right time.
Do you think the young players appreciate that tough love rather than silence? That means the guy doesn't care. Rodgers cares.
It doesn't matter if they appreciate it or not. This is the way that we do things here. So it's either you get with it or you get out the room, and we'll find somebody else that's going to get on board at what we're trying to accomplish.
How do you sort of see consistency like that from young guys? How do you kind of actually see it? How do you know they're kind of getting it?
It's a daily thing. Not only in practice, it's in the meeting rooms, it's in the conversation that we have in the meeting rooms, and saying and speaking the language that we speak and we talk, and being in line and in tune with what we're trying to accomplish on any given play. It's about taking what you learn in the meetings and applying it an individual to the team periods, and seeing that natural progression. And once we get into the preseason game, doing the same thing we talked about and seeing it, because the film doesn't lie. When you watch the film, you see it. It's either you did it or you didn't do it, and there's nothing else you can say.
In the past, you've made comments about Aaron's maybe a little softer than he used to be, or gentler was, I think, maybe the terminology you used. How have you seen his leadership change over the past several years? Just thinking specifically, with the message he delivered yesterday, would that have been delivered in the same type of way in the past?
Well, he's done that. That's not the first time that he said that about the receivers. Or there's different ways that you can handle it, and he handles it in different ways every time. It's about the person that you're trying to get the message over to. And I think his comments yesterday was about us as a group and the importance. When you look at me, Alan, we've played with Aaron for a while now, so we both understand what he's looking for. But it's about passing that message down along to the other guys, passing it to Sammy, and making sure that they understand. So we're all in line with what we're trying to build. And I think we're in a great spot. This is what training camp's for, to have that growth, to have that understanding. You got to make mistakes to learn from your mistakes. And as we continue to push along every day, that's our focus, is to continue on this path, to continue on a growth path. Yes, we're going to have step backs, but we're going to continue to grow and rise as this training camp goes on and as we get into the season.
You got a visitor over there.
Oh, man, there we go. What's up? Okay, practice.
Do you kind of remember what it was like for you, kind of earn your quarterback's trust here, and what that could be like for these young guys?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I came in a year where there was a lockout and I didn't have an off season. I came straight into training camp, so I get it. I understand, and it's a process. I would say it probably took me 2 years to fully felt that I had earned this trust. But the way you do it day in and day out is to be consistent, to play with effort, to be urgent in your route running, to understand the timing, and to continue to grow and communicate. You got to talk. You got to understand. If something happened and we're on the same different page, I'm going to go up and I'm going to ask a question. I send our young receivers to the quarterback room all the time. If we're talking about something, go get the quarterback's opinion. Let's hear what he has to say. Because there's one thing when I say it or when the coach says it, but the guy that's throwing you the ball, it's important for you to be on the same page with him too.